565 day of Russian aggression. Strait of Ukraine, the situation at the front. Today marked a slew of crucial developments. With Ukrainian forces advancing past the second line of defense and nearing Tokmak with each passing day, the southern front is increasingly monopolizing the attention of the Russian High Command. This urgency has prompted the commencement of a phased redeployment of forces from other fronts to this pivotal region. Previously, there were Russian intentions to stifle the Ukrainian offensive by initiating their own in the Luhansk area, in hopes of causing a diversion, compelling the Ukrainians to scatter their forces and nullifying their counteroffensive. But with their attempt stonewalled and the southern situation deteriorating, the Russians found themselves compelled to abort these plans, scrambling to bolster their southern defenses. Amidst this strategic shuffle, Ukrainian intelligence detected pronounced vulnerabilities in certain sectors. They deduced that the Russians had critically depleted their eastern reserves, rendering some zones highly susceptible. The southern flank of Avdiivka emerged as one such weak point, and Ukrainians seized this advantage promptly. Ukraine's primary thrust was toward Opytne, where Russian troops had carved out a minor bridgehead, presumably to mount an assault on the residential sector of Avdiivka. However, as Ukrainian forces mounted relentless pressure across forested defenses, Russian lines began to waver, resulting in an 800-meter gain for the Ukrainians. The dire state around Opytne echoed through Russian channels, with urgent reinforcement pleas, but before any tangible action could be taken, a glaring Russian oversight unraveled their stance. A dictated Russian order intended for an orderly and methodical withdrawal closer to Opytne. Yet, in what appeared to be a reflection of plummeting morale, troops misinterpreted the retreat directive, leading to an uncoordinated exodus. Russian aerial surveillance misread this as a significant Ukrainian onslaught, prompting an intense artillery response, mistakenly targeting their own troops. This fratricidal incident, as Russian sources have revealed, resulted in the tragic loss of at least 61 of their personnel due to this communication breakdown. Seizing this self-inflicted vulnerability, the Ukrainians marched forward, covering an extra 1.5 kilometer. Subsequently, the entry of forces from the 53rd and 501st Brigades into Opytne was confirmed, though the village witnessed continued combat, with Russians fully aware of the strategic cost of ceding control. Meanwhile, to the west of Opytne, Ukrainian forces executed a counter-assault. Geolocated visuals confirm a 0.5 kilometer advance toward Pisky. The imagery also captured Russian bombardments in Pisky's northern parts, further attesting to its Ukrainian occupation. Ukrainian units released footage detailing their aggressive push into Russian strongholds within Pisky. Simultaneously, another Ukrainian advancement vector originated from Nevels. Fresh geolocated visuals showcased their successful siege on Russian positions at the village's fringes, with the assault group efficiently neutralizing Russian defenses. Drawing from the tactical maneuvers on display, it's evident that Ukraine's endgame aims to entirely sever the Russian bridgehead south of Avdiivka. This is a move of profound strategic importance, should Russians gain ground a few kilometers north of Vodiane. Avdiivka's Ukrainian forces could find themselves ensnared. This Ukrainian offensive, if successful, would dismantle over a year of Russian groundwork, significantly streamlining defensive operations around Avdiivka.